You're a normal video editor following the usual advice given on the internet. Start editing, reach out to clients, and get money as soon as possible, right? If that's you, you're missing out on a huge amount of potential, and I'm gonna save you years of failure with my simple method. I have 6 years of experience with video editing and over 200 million views under my belt. This is what I would do if I had to start all over again. I created a step-by-step plan that's going to take you all the way from having 0 clients as a beginner all the way up to a skilled editor with a strong portfolio who understands his niche, who clients are desperately trying to find. These are the 5 steps I would tell you if I had to coach you one-on-one. Let's start off with the first step: choosing your tools. There are many great options out there now, which doesn't make the choice as simple as it was. However, in my experience, the biggest YouTube teams out there stick to the tried and true Adobe Suite. Adobe Suite. Why? Because it's incredibly versatile for team collaborations and is packed with features. You will be able to jump onto anyone else's project files in an instant and gain access to them in a collaborative environment. Now, that might not be very important right now, but once you join bigger teams in the YouTube space, it'll be important to be able to share your work and project files of the team members. Another great bonus is that Adobe has a bunch of great plugins created by the community, some of which include Ease and Wiz, Motion Bro, AE Juice, FX Monster, all these types of plugins that are all across the Adobe Suite. As a small demonstration, I'm going to be keyframing a zoom with and without plugins, so you can see exactly the difference just for yourself. So now you'll see on the left side, I'm just putting down keyframes, going to Ease and Wiz, selecting a type of animation I'd like, and applying it to the keyframes. Now on the right, you'll see that without plugins, I'm spending a bunch of time in the animations of these keyframes, trying to figure out what will work best to replicate the one on the left. Of course, with better experience, it'll be faster than me, but at the end of the day, I just clicked one button and got much better results. Now, it might not seem very obvious right now, but once you do these keyframes thousands of times over the course of videos, multiple videos in fact, it'll be a real time saver. This is especially true when you consider you'll be using lots of mental energy to do these keyframes without plugins. So with the plugins, you'll be able to save that time and energy to use elsewhere in your project. Something incredibly important for your editing career is using high quality sounds and music, which brings us to a website called Epidemic Sound. They have a large library of music and sound effects, which I've been using myself for years. They're renowned for being some of the best for editors to use. They even let you use their sound effects and music from multiple clients just for having one account. You can use my link in the description to download all the sound effects and music that I normally use, and as a bonus, you'll get 2 months entirely for free. All of these tools let you focus on the more strategic and challenging side of a video, while making the more tedious side easier to handle and edit. This next step will be challenging but fun, so I want you to pay close attention. The key to learning video editing comes down to one simple factor. You need to edit footage that you truly love. It's very crucial that you enjoy the process here, otherwise you might fall prey to quitting. For me, that niche was gaming videos. You can even find some of the footage I practiced on this very channel, and yes, I know, it was Among Us.
I'm Gary! I'm Gary! 1v9!
Well, anyway, the point is, you want to find something that you're passionate about while editing. This will help you stay motivated and creatively engage with the footage that you're editing. Your goal with this video is to experiment with the many crazy ideas you might have. That might be motion graphics, text animations, sound effects, music, anything that comes to mind. It's your chance right now to practice all of them and learn as much as you can. You want to try and gather as many of these crazy ideas as possible to execute on this video. This might seem a bit difficult right now, but the goal here is to get lost in a rabbit's hole of tutorials. You'll want to research everything that you're trying to achieve here. That might mean learning more in depth about motion graphics, or learning what sound designers pick for their sounds. I've also done tutorials on sound effect remakes, so you can check that out in the description down below. You'll want to dive deep into research, and once you collect enough of this knowledge, you'll be able to apply it to your video. Now, the real point I'm trying to make here is that by doing one of these projects, one of these videos, you would have gotten ahead of an editor that have done 10 without this method. I want you to repeat this process until you get a good understanding of editing and the capabilities of your tools. A bonus tip is to ask for critique of your work. Do not do this in a begging sort of way. Simply put, you can collaborate with other editors and review each other's work, so you're both providing each other a great amount of value here. Otherwise, feel free to DM me on Twitter or at me. I'll be happy to take a look at your work. I'm going to transform your social media from nothing to an extremely valuable editor. Now here's where editors make their biggest mistakes. Once you have a decent grasp of editing, I want you to resist the urge to find clients. Now this is very important, because what I want you to do is focus on a single niche. Edit content, even if it's for free initially, to build a good portfolio. This helps you understand the nuances of that niche and sets you apart of editors with a generic skill set. Study popular editors in your niche for inspiration for what to practice and learn. Your goal here is to edit videos to build a strong portfolio that you'll advertise on your Twitter page. I encourage you to actively try and figure out what makes a niche special and what sets it apart from others. This could mean in documentary style videos, learning how to visualize audio content is extremely important. I recommend at least spending 2 weeks studying and editing in a niche. I want you to get a solid understanding of it after all. And once you're ready to move on, let's build your Twitter page. Developing a strong social media presence on Twitter is extremely crucial. Your social media should be a reflection of your portfolio. It should be clean, professional, and focused. Avoid cluttering it with memes, reposts, or anything like that. Instead, you want to showcase your before and afters, editing reels, and editing breakdowns. That also means if your current Twitter is a personal one where you repost things and talk about your daily life, then we want to create a brand new one specifically just for your portfolio and your work. Let your page showcase your talent and professionalism. And here's a tip. Often, clients will actually just come to you from your Twitter page, so make sure you're showcasing your best work only. As for your bio, you want to make it very clear what you do. So having something like YouTube video editor or just video editor there will be perfect. And from that point on, you'll want to describe what your goal is. So that might be something like helping documentary style YouTubers create engaging videos. And if you have any social proof, like an amount of views or anything else that's relevant, it's a great idea to list them. But if not, don't list anything that's not relevant. And instead keep it clean and professional. Now this is important. Please don't make the same mistake that many other editors do when clients reach out to them. When a client reaches out to you, I want you to understand these clear few things before you even accept the job. That is, how long a video will be, how much time they're willing to give per video, how many videos per month, and a style of editing that they want, which will give you an idea about the difficulty of a project. And if they reach out specifically for your style, then you'll already know the difficulty, as it's your own. And of course, finally, the budget. And one thing to take note of is it's important to realize how much you're going to make at the end of a month, not just per video. And an extreme example of this is if a video is worth $500 to you, but it will take a full month worth of work, then it's not really worth spending a full month just for that amount. On the other end of the spectrum, if a video is $200, but it takes you 2 days to edit that video, and you'll get multiple of these per month, then it's an amazing opportunity. With this information, you'll get a good idea of how much work is going to be involved, and also get a realistic calculation of how much money you'll be earning a month. Once you start working with clients, never stop learning. This is like an education. You have to be constantly growing and evolving as you keep working. Embrace every new project as an opportunity to learn. If you want to get to the very top of your niche, you'll need to outcompete thousands of other editors, and the only way to beat them is to become the very best at this one specific niche. So keep an open mind and keep learning. Remember, every single pro editor started where you are right now. Your journey is unique, and it's all about learning, growing, and creating amazing videos. Keep practicing, stay creative, and I do believe in your ability. Anyone can make a solid career out of editing. I want you to take this one final piece of advice of you before you go. The only way to lose is to give up. Thank you, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Have an orange.